Welcome, everybody, to Cup with Gup on this Wednesday, November 10th. Hope you're doing well out there. Apologize for missing yesterday's. Just trying to get to feeling a little better and deal with the family. Do a little combo pod today. Get our final thoughts on PGA, and then got a little 3-game college football tonight action. Big 13-game NBA slate. Seeing the channel hopping over in the GC Warrior Room. And then we will be all in on NFL starting tomorrow with the hot route with Ryan and the coin flip as well. Right now, use the code CUP. Get 20% off. Includes a 7-day free trial. If you don't like it after 7 days, you can cancel and you will never get charged. Absolute tremendous week last week across the board for us. Great time to come check out what we have to offer. The NFL Week 10 Listener League is in the description. Click on that. Get your 3 entries reserved. Let's fill that up. Rate and review us on iTunes. I will be doing a giveaway tomorrow. All you have to do is send me the screenshot of you rate and review us either in GC Warrior Room or on Twitter. And you were in the drawing for the giveaway tomorrow on the hot route with Ryan. Subscribe to us on this YouTube video you are watching. If you are watching audio, hop over there real quick and just give us a subscribe. Goes a long way. Like the video. And in the comment section, tell me your favorite play in the 9K range this week for the Houston Open. Certainly seems to be a popular area that people are going to frequent this week. Underdog. Download the Underdog app now. Use the code GUP. Get up to $100. Dollar for dollar match. They have all kinds of pick'ems going right now. You can 20x your money on parlays. They let you mix and match sports, which I think is cool. They got college football, PGA, MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL, soccer, esports. We can get on there now. Start to build our bankroll as we head towards best balls that should be out in May of next year. The link is in the description. Hop in there now and start playing. NFL for me, power rankings. Man, it's getting more and more, the clarity of great team, middle team, bad team. At times, like 3 weeks ago, it seemed pretty clear, and then all of a sudden, some massive upsets happen. Jets beat the Bengals. Jags beat the Bills last week. Broncos beat the Cowboys. I don't think the Broncos, I don't put them as bad of a team as Jets and Jaguars. But still, 9.5, 10-point favorites at home. Dallas shouldn't be losing that game. I'm about to go with the Cardinals number 1. This was a tougher week to figure out where I wanted to go. It's very tight up here at the top, no doubt about it. But, when you win a game, I know the 49ers aren't great. But, you win a game like that without your best player, it says a lot about the rest of the team. There's no way they probably win that game last year, so that team's come a long way. I think if Kyler's healthy, D-Hop's healthy, I think this team can do a lot in the postseason. I think it's going to be big for them to be able to host. So if they can keep it up and not have to go to somewhere like Green Bay or something like that in the playoffs, will be huge. I got the Rams number 2, slightly behind them. Rams and Tampa Bay tied value-wise for me, but I had the Rams slightly above the Bucks. At the end of the day, the Bucks are going to be fine once it comes to the playoffs. This is close again. Rams they're another one to kind of let one go as decent home dogs or home favorites against the Titans without Derrick Henry. So you kind of thought that'd be a good game for them, not only to win, but potentially dominate, and that just didn't happen. I have Dallas 4. I'm not going to knock them too much, but I did knock them down a little bit. It's just a dud game that happens in the NFL. We'll see if that's something that continues. I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. Green Bay 5, Buffalo 6. Kind of interested to see what the industry is, because I was lower on them than probably almost everybody going into the season. They lose to Pittsburgh. We're kind of like, and then they go on a run, and I kind of was like, man, they are as good as what everybody thought they would be. Then you don't even score a touchdown against Jacksonville. They're a strange team to figure out at times. I still don't doubt them, but, they still haven't done it much yet. So, as far as postseason success and all that kind of stuff, I think 6 is fair. I'd be interested to see some of the other people I respect's opinion out there. Baltimore 7, actually I'm tied with Buffalo value-wise. Lamar's, probably having a, close to an MVP type year. He's got to be in the top 5, I would think. If they can establish some kind of decent running game, maybe Latavius Murray gets hurt. Bell looked good on a couple runs. Just to open up that passing game a hair, give them a little bit more options, especially when it comes playoff time. I think they'll be good. The defense is getting healthy and looking a little better. Tennessee 8, great win against the Rams. We'll see how long if the defense continues, because they do look better, and the defensive line definitely, gave Stafford fits all day. We'll see if that maintains, how long they can continue that as far as without Henry. It's different to win one game, especially the very first game. So teams don't know how you're going to play. Maybe a little motivation for the Titans to prove, hey, we can do this without him. To do it for 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row, we'll see how they do. Good team, solid team, but they're still going to need to get better as the season progresses. Still got them 8, so it's not bad. Chargers 9, and then Colts 10. I really like the Colts. And right behind them, I had New England. Very close. They're on a pretty good run here. We know Bill gets going as the season gets later. We'll see how they finish up the season. Cincinnati 12, and then Vegas 12 are the teams right behind them, and Chiefs. All three of those were basically half-point value behind. Very close, where they could jump into the top 10 at any given time. Really good slate of games this week. Look forward to diving into them on our multiple football shows over the next couple of days. Should be a good slate and a good week for NFL. PGA, Houston Open, kind of final thoughts mixed in with a little bit of stuff I would normally do yesterday. Weather, small chance of rain overnight. Looks like it's almost done by 7 or 8 tomorrow, and then absolutely nothing the rest of the week. I don't think it'll affect much. You could maybe lean AM guys if you're doing first round leader or round 1 showdown, but certainly no wave advantage or anything like that. But it may be a little soft, a little wet early, and maybe those guys going out early, maybe it'll shoot at the pins a little bit better. Outside of that, no real issue, and this going to be sunny, mid-70s, 80s all the rest of the week. Most of the winds are actually coming out of the north. Very cool. We're actually in the middle of what's coming through here. Will make its way down there, but we got severe threat weather tonight, tornado, hail, and that kind of stuff again. Slight chance. I mean, it's going to hit. It's just a matter of where and how much. A little cool front coming in. And so, that north wind is not something you get a whole lot out there. Even here in Oklahoma, we don't get a ton. I don't think it affects much, but it's definitely not going to be like a strong south wind that could affect this course. I think it's going to play easier than last year. I don't know by how much. But I do think it'll play a hair easier. We only had, 3 guys over -9. I think you'll have, half a dozen or more that'll get 10 under or better. Maybe the winner gets to 14 and 15 instead of 13, something like that. I don't think we see like 18, 19, 20 type scores by any means, but should play a little bit easier than last year. Trending highest owned, no certain order. I got Aaron Wise, Gooch, Burns, Wolf, and Cam Smith. Don't really have any surprises there, especially once Ortiz withdrew. That is going to give a big boost to Gooch and Wise. I think they could have been a little bit lower. If Ortiz was in there, it would have been shuffled around a lot. Really, and I did my final thoughts and posted them just a little bit ago. Very, very, very flat payout structure overall. Some of the, ownership structure, projections, it's really a week. There's not a whole lot of like chalk, what you would say, or anything like that. I think I have one guy in the 8, 6, 7, and 8Ks projected above 15%. Very rare you have that. You normally have someone that's chalky. But the thing is, so many of these plays look like good plays in the 9 and 10K range. That people are going to go up there and then just fill in and pepper throughout the rest. There's not going to be any, that's a clear value play. There's still some leverage plays for sure. But it's a week of how you construct what you think will happen more than anything else. Moving up for me, trying to focus on guys. Obviously, like the good guys are the guys I've been on. They're there, but guys that kind of caught my eye moving up. Jason Day's one. I think I'm going to take a chance on him a little bit this week, maybe only MME. Played well here last year. Moved up decently after the deep dive. Coming off a little bit of a break. I don't know if that's good or bad. You would think he's been rested, so maybe that helps. Got a 7th here last year. Taylor Moore, which I liked. He just moved up from maybe MME only to I would think about, potentially 3 max or maybe not quite a core piece, but close to it. 7,100. I like him as I deep dive into that. Davis Reilly, again, another guy I liked earlier in the week. Just continue to climb my list this week. A 7th at the Bermuda. I think he could do well here. And then Arnold Lahiri, a guy we played here recently. He's been playing pretty well. 40th last week. Just at the price, 6,500. Some of the deep dive stuff I put out there and looked into. He's a guy that wasn't much on my radar, but he's probably, it's just worth an MME flyer. But he's a guy that kind of moved into my eyesight. Fading, moving down. You don't really have to get too crazy with fades this week. Out of all that big bunch up top, I think Wise is the one I'm least excited about. Not because of anything other than I don't think you want to play all of them because you spread yourself out too thin. And I think I'd rather go Gooch. I think he'll be a little bit less owned, but not much. I think they'll be very close. And then what I'm going to do up top, and then Neiman. I love Neiman this week. We'll get to that in just a second. But I don't think I want to get all 3 of those in a lot of builds, just because again you go spread yourself out. You can't get any leverage on the field. But Zadenhu is a guy that's still going to probably come in 10+%. That I just have no interest in this week. I get it to an extent, but a lot of it for him is going to come down to putting. Maybe he can keep that going, but I'm going to pass on him this week. Patrick Reed, a little bit of flash last week. He caught my eye for a little bit, but I think I'm going to pass on him this week at that price. There's others I'd rather play. Homa, another name that's been popping up here at the latter part of this week. I'll pass. He's a boomer bust guy for sure. 48th here last year. Hasn't done much recently. Finished, I think, literally dead last at the CJ Cup. I'll pass on him right now. I'll take him more on the West Coast. And then Leishman. He's a guy that I've heard several times in the last 24 hours. And he makes sense. I get it. Putter's been his thing the last, probably 4 to 6 tournaments or so. I'll take my chances on that. Staying strong for me, Neiman, Mito, Wolf, McNeely, and HV3. Those 5 are guys that I'm still on, still love. A few names that kind of pop out to me. Vanderwalt, 20th last year, $6,100. Has played in Houston a lot. Great putter, number 1 in Bermuda putting in my model. 16th in recent form. He's worth some flyers. Scott Piercy, I've talked about a few times this week. 32nd here last year, 24th and 19th the 2 years prior in the other course in Houston. I like him this week. I'll take some chances on that. And then Thigali, I'm still going to go on him. He's going to be that 4 to 5% range owned. The harder it plays, the more I like it for him. But I don't think it's going to play super easy. So I do want some shares of him. Leverage play, pretty easy. Finau or Hatton up top. I think they're probably going to be the 2 lowest owned. And then, or Patrick Reed, like I mentioned earlier, he will probably be, let's see. Yeah, I got him lowest owned in the 9K range. So if you want to get some leverage there, you could go that route. Monkey Knife Fight, use the code GUPS. Click the link in the description. Get a dollar for dollar match up to $100. My more or less play of the week. This pays 2.5 extra money. I got Sam Burns over 16.5 birds and Scotty Scheffler over 16.5 birds. Get your deposit, get that bet in, win 2.5 of your money back. We'll get rolling on that. I will have more plays out tomorrow for college football, Thursday night football, and then on the coin flip for Sunday main slate DFS. Like I mentioned, tomorrow, Cup with Gup. I will have my Thursday night football showdown picks and Monkey Knife Fight picks for that. Thursday night, tomorrow night, I'll have the hot route with Ryan out. Full main slate preview for Sunday's DFS NFL slate. Coin flip out later Thursday or early Friday morning. And then Friday morning, the read option with Bobby Berger, college football DFS main slate breakdown out as well. Hope you guys have a blessed evening. Good luck tonight on whatever you play, college football, NBA. Then we have a big week coming up with golf, so good luck building your lineups for that as well. I'll be in Slack throughout the evening if you have questions. And then obviously back in the morning. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Have a good day.